All right. So the first thing we're going to dive a bit further into is specifically targeting elements. So for all intents and purposes, this document right here, that's an element. So in JavaScript, to get an element by ID, we write document get element by ID, and then we pass the ID value in. In jQuery, we use the $sign, open up the brackets. Now in here, put in quotes, we're going to type the ID, but before you type an ID, we're going to be following the same targeting methods as CSS. So to target a class, you put the dot before it, and to target an ID, you put the hash symbol in front of it. So we're going to target the element with the ID text. Now, once we have this targeted, we can start doing things to it right away. So I'm going to put a dot here after the target. And what I'm going to do is just set the inner HTML of that element. Now, in JavaScript, you would say dot inner HTML equals, this is my text, right? In jQuery, you just put HTML, and this is the method, and you just pass into this method whatever you want it to say. And then we'll close it. I'm going to save it. This is a very, very slim example of how much less code it is to write in jQuery. And basically, this is going to evaluate to that, except the text will, this is now my text will be printed. But it will be transpiled into something that looks like this. So I'm going to save it, and I'm going to refresh. It says loaded, and then it says this is now my text. Okay. So that's how to target an ID. I think the inputs here have a class. So yeah, class is my input. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now target a class. And as you can guess, we're going to start with the $sign and the brackets. Going to open our single quotations. And now where it's a class that I'm targeting, I'm going to put the dot my dash input. And here, let's set the value. So how you do that in jQuery is you type val, and then you open it. And this is a method. So I'm going to say new input val. Close it, save it. And essentially, this will evaluate to something like this: document.get elements by class name. And we're going to pass in the class name, which is my dot or dash input. And we're going to say value equals value of input. So this one, this one right here is about half as long, and same thing right here. So let's save it and refresh. So we get loaded, and we get new input val, and this is now my text. So as you guys can see, by using jQuery, we can cut down on a lot of time, and these are very basic examples. We're going to be going over event handling in the next video because I think we're very clear on calling methods on jQuery objects, and also just converting elements to jQuery objects. Now also, we'll discuss that in the next video. We're going to be targeting something a little bit different, and then we're going to get on to event handling.